Hey YouTube, what's going on? My name's Cale. Welcome to my channel. This is my very first video because I am just now jumping into crypto. I've been learning about it for the past probably a couple months. Didn't want to jump in without any former knowledge, and now I'm taking the plunge. And my first project, I guess projects I'm jumping in on is the drip community and the animal farm. I feel like I'm jumping in late. I jumped in yesterday at Super Bowl Sunday, and just couldn't wait any longer. It was like, I need to jump in, I need to join in, I need to get after it because, as the saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is right now. So I started, I went for it. I feel like I'm super late, but that is what it is. I'm just wanting to get started. So let's get into it. Just the usual disclaimer that I gotta say, my channel is not for financial advice. I am simply documenting my journey through the crypto space. This content will be to entertain someone else and, more importantly, keep track of my progress along the way. You should do your own research before jumping into any project, and I am not responsible for any gains or losses on your end. Enjoy the content. Now, today is Monday after the Super Bowl, and if you're a Bengals fan like me, I'm feeling for you. We lost. It was a hard fought game. To lose by three, it's just tough. There's so many things that happened throughout the game where we could have won it, but hey, we did really well considering that 2 years ago we were one of the worst teams in the league, and now we were in the Super Bowl. We have a very bright future, and I hope we can see us on this stage again soon. Um, anyway, here's my first drip deposit. Let's just jump right into it. So I started off, it took forever to get started. One, because of research and wanting to just learn what I wanted to do in the space, because I didn't really want to just buy a bunch of random coins, hope they go to the moon, and then crash later and hope to time the sell. Like, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be involved in that kind of thing. Maybe I'll get into that as I get further into the crypto space, but that's just not what I wanted to do. So I wanted something that felt a little more stable because in crypto, there's no such thing as true stability, or at least that's what it feels like, because things can go up, things can go down, and it can happen quickly. Um, so I deposited in Drip. I felt like it was a decent just starting point to be kind of the foundation, the cornerstone, the start of the crypto journey for me, because as it grows, it will be able to provide for other crypto ventures, maybe even like some random toss money that I can just throw into other projects. Who knows? We'll see where it goes from here. But I started off with this initial deposit for 0.322 drip. Finally was able to do that because the only way I personally know how to get BNB right now is through Binance, and it is so slow because they lock up your funds for 5 to 10 days depending on how you deposit it, and it's so annoying. If anyone knows how to get BNB faster, feel free to let me know in the comments. I have zero clue. I'm still learning about this, so I am open to correction and document my journey. So I'll teach you what I learn as I go along. But I started with this. I have not hydrated yet, and I don't plan on claiming for a very long time, so it's going to be hydrating. And I think I'm going to try to get on a good schedule, and I'm going to hydrate tomorrow at 9 a.m. because I did my first deposit like 4 o'clock Eastern, so like literally 2.5 hours before the Super Bowl started. I needed something to do, and Binance unlocked some of my funds, so I like jumped in as fast as I could as soon as I saw that happened. And I have some more funds that should unlock here in 3 days that I'm also going to put in. Um, and I'm debating on what I should do with it. I don't know if I am wanting to just buy more drip or buy more plants. I'll talk a little bit more about that here in a minute. Or if I want to actually buy the Breep token so I can try and start a team because my strategy that I'm thinking on about using, I don't know if it's like the most fair for a team or like it makes the most sense to have a team with. I don't know. Obviously, a team, if you've ever been involved or like know anything about drip, a team is like a huge way to grow quickly and like to really see this thing grow a lot faster than just compounding for drip forever. um, you know that, and so I'm like, I don't know. My strategy, I want to make a whole video on what that actually looks like and what I'm thinking and what I personally want to do. And if I decide that I want to grow a team, I'll make sure it's worth it because I don't want people to join my team if it's not worth it to them because I want to be more of a benefit than just a mooch. Like that's not how I live my life. Um, so I'll see if it's conducive and it makes sense, but I will definitely talk about that in my strategy video and like what I am potentially doing and like what I'm wanting to do for my drip account and whatnot. And so we'll get into that here in a moment. But so that's what I'm starting with. I'll probably do my first deposit at 9 a.m. tomorrow. It is currently 1:44 p.m. I just don't want to be on a habit of my 24 hours starts at 4:12 in the afternoon. Like I'd rather it be 9 a.m. in the morning to where it's easy. I can remember, knock it out, and just move on with the day. So I'll probably let this first one roll until then. Um, but that's where I'm starting out with drip. The other thing I'm jumping into is the animal farm. I really wanted to jump into the drip garden. This is just another contract under the same developers. I'll talk a little bit more about them in a minute. But you buy plants to grow seeds, and then you can compound your seeds to get more plants, and this, that, and the other. I'll go into more detail about this. This is more of just me recording to have video reference later for me, and also if anyone wants to kind of follow in this journey just because it's kind of fun, it's kind of cool. But yeah, so far I have 20 plants grown. It was about 130 BUSD that I put in, and it got me 20 plants, and I'm making about like 2/3 of a plant per day right now. So hopefully that grows a little quicker. Planning on potentially putting a little bit in here with that BNB that's supposed to be unlocked from Binance here in a couple days. Kind of depends on what I decide to do about the BREEP tokens. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing right now. I have these two tools that are kind of helping me analyze my account, make the best thing. This one's for the drip garden, and this is just the overview of my drip account. Um, yeah, those are the tools I'm using. So why did I choose to invest in these? Obviously, I'm pretty new, so I've been doing research for the past couple months, and these two projects kept being mentioned mostly because of the developer. One of the main developers is Forex Shark, and he has a very like good track record. Is really well respected in the space, and he is just respectable and trustworthy, and people are behind him. And so I was like, okay, if that's his reputation, he's done really well. I'll throw some money behind it and see kind of where it goes and play it out. I don't think I'm going to be investing my personal funds like hundreds of thousands of dollars. One, because I don't have the money for that, and two, if this is going to compound like it looks like it's set up and built to be, like this is supposed to be a system that can maintain itself and it's deflationary, so it's supposed to be able to maintain and not die. Like it's one that's like drip and drip garden are supposed to be for the long haul. And that's what I prefer. I know it's a big thing in the crypto space of I want Lambo now, and I am okay with Lambo in 10 years. So that's my strategy is I'm gonna wait it out and it's gonna take some time. But Forex Shark, he has a reputation that's good, trustworthy, and creates great projects, and they're usually sustainable and long term. And so I jumped in on two of the most long term ones. The Animal Farm just released maybe 2 weeks ago, like just launched, and Drip Community's been going on for almost a year at this point. Because if I remember right, after my research, I found that it launched March of 2021, like late March. So it's coming up on a year here in a little over a month. But I'm going to try to keep these videos short, so if you ever tune into one of my videos, I'm going to try to keep them short unless I just have something to say or I'm trying to teach something or just show something. I might run a little long-winded. I'm not going to try to hit any specific time every time. I'm just going to talk, and once I'm done talking, I'm out. I want to be respectful of your time, and honestly, I just don't want to spend a ton of time on just making videos. Like this is mostly supposed to be documentation for me and just to show myself where I started and where I've made it. And if people want to join in and follow along in the journey, that's great. Would be incredibly grateful just if this helped someone just to be like, oh, so someone is starting brand new and I can do it just like they did. Awesome. I'm really excited for that. Anyway, thank you so much. And I'll see you next video. Later.